They were launching in Coca-Cola Arena, and people were lined up over there 12 hours.
Do you think Villanova could increase because of the Valley launch? Hello, everybody. Welcome to our new episode. I'm with Omar, and today we're going to be speaking about Villanova. So, Omar, if you want to introduce Villanova, what's in the community, what's not, and how's it performing?
Villanova is by Dubai Properties, which is like a government company. Obviously, everyone knows Dubai Properties. So, this community, which is almost 2 million square foot in size, just across Dubai Al Ain Highway. So it's the access or the exit from Dubai Al Ain to Emirates Road. You'll find now accessibility is nice because you're in and out with no traffic. There is nothing wow about this community, to be honest. It's like it consists of townhouses and villas. They've launched this around 2016. So I wouldn't say concept because there was no like concept or thought into this community, but it is just Dubai Properties giving out affordable housing in a nice, I wouldn't say amazing location, but in a nice accessibility spot. So it's, like I said, townhouses and villas consisting from 2, 3, 4 bedroom townhouses, 3, 4, 5 bedroom villas. Now there were 4 clusters. There is Amaranta, which consists of a mix between townhouses and villas. There is La Rosa, which is 6 phases. They all consist of townhouses. There is La Violeta, and there is La Quinta. La Violeta also townhouses, only 2 phases from it, and La Quinta standalone villas, all of it. Now the style of the first phases, at first it was Amaranta and La Quinta. These first phases were Mediterranean style. So it's the traditional Arabic style where it is brownish color. It's not exciting, but for the prices they offered was amazing. It was very, very, very well priced. Like I think around just below 1,000 dirham per square foot, or even way less than that, by the way. Because I remember when La Rosa, when I started off real estate, La Rosa was launching. And they were launching La Rosa's townhouses. But La Rosa is contemporary style. Now they found it a bit dull, the designs, and they found people complaining from the designs of La Quinta and Amaranta once they got like, I think 50 or 60% built. So the designs for La Rosa were contemporary style. White facades, like square shapes with glass windows popping out and stuff like that. So it looked more contemporary.
Did it not look off with?
Not so much, you could say. It would look off, yes, to the eye, because you're looking at here, it's all brown cladding, brown exteriors and the Mediterranean style, whereas there is this I wouldn't say attic because there is no attic like the American style homes, but it's like with those, those like the US style, the homes kind of like the attic style, where it's brownish in color, yellowish in color, and all of a sudden you're looking to the right, it's townhouses that are white in color and just contemporary style townhouses. It is kind of off, I would say, yeah. Sizes were the typical townhouse sizes in Dubai, like 1,950 for the 3 beds. Square foot, obviously built up, and 4 beds was around 2,250, I think, or 2,250 for the 4 beds. There was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now they've started out with 1.2 million for the 3 beds and almost 1.6 for the 4 beds from the first phases. That's considered so cheap, by the way.
When was this launched?
This was launched when I started out, it was around
1996.
No. And 2019, 2020, somewhere around that range. It was where when there was COVID. And I remember that people were lining up and they've launched one of the phases. I don't remember. When I started out real estate, I think it was by that time La Rosa 3. I think so. Phase 3 or phase 4. They were launching in Coca-Cola Arena. And people were lined up over there 12 hours. The night before, so the gates will open at 9 a.m. People were already sitting over there in front of Coca-Cola Arena at 9 p.m. at night, and they stayed over.
Wow.
because the prices are incredible.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, that created a lot of chaos because, like, people sleeping overnight in front of a Coca-Cola arena, people driving by, like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
Like, why are people lined up overnight doing what? So it was kind of, and this also builds hype.
Yeah.
But I feel like here they've built it to the point where it was not necessarily needed, that hype, because people were thinking like, oh, this is like, obviously it's sold out with like this,
Yeah.
but people were thinking like this will shoot up a price, and it didn't. I mean, the average price per square foot right now is around 1,400. I mean, obviously people made their money, but
Yeah.
was it worth it? I mean, the people who invested at the last phases, because obviously they've increased the prices, was it worth it? I mean, it is super transacting. I mean, I think we've searched this both of us over the last 6 months around 350 or 360
yeah.
transactions.
Yeah.
So that's almost what 50 to 60 transactions a month, which is
Solid.
which is very solid.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's also shocking because for that demand, you'd expect prices to go up, but it doesn't.
It stays at the same regular market price and
So
just
is it
transacts.
because is the demand like high because of its prices? Because usually it's like I've mentioned this before. It doesn't equate to the equation that I've mentioned, supply demand.
Yeah.
The supply, yes, it's fixed because there's no more other phases coming in Villanova, but the demand is there. Is it exactly the same? Maybe it's exactly the same as the supply available in the market. That's why the prices are not shooting up.
Yeah.
Or else if it shoots up, will people be interested? Will people be like, oh, it's not worth it anymore paying 1,700 dirham per square foot for those
I mean,
properties?
is it worth paying 1,700 dirhams per square? It really isn't if you think
I'm
about
not
it.
sure because I'm not going to be paying for it. Maybe someone else in his eyes think it's worth it because of the travel time. Because from here to downtown it's like 15 minutes. Yeah, because if you really think about it, Dubai Al Ain Highway is such a special highway. I mean, people are underestimating this highway. Now, let me explain why. Okay, so Dubai Al Ain Highway got extended to like 6 or 7 lanes now. It cost $2 billion and they finished it by 2022 mid of that year. So it's like a 6-7 highway. There is no traffic happening in that highway at all. It's such a big highway for a low population, by the way, if you think about it. Like
Yeah.
if you were to compare it to the communities lined in Dubai Al Ain Road compared to Hassa Street, for example, Hassa Street has a lot of communities on that side.
Yeah.
Like Dubai Al Ain Road. However, there are future developments coming up over there, like, but far into Dubai Al Ain Road, which is the valley, and later on, like I've mentioned, Shoba, just across the valley, and there will be other future developments coming over there. So they've already built the highway for that future demand on that highway. Now, if you take that highway all the way to downtown, there's not a single traffic light up until the first traffic light that you take left to Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Boulevard. That's when you're in downtown.
Wow.
So there's not a single traffic light up until you hit downtown. So the accessibility is amazing.
In 10 minutes. You're
Yes,
just
exactly.
there.
And there is no traffic because it's like a 7-8 lane highway. I think even 8 maybe. I didn't count them. But I remember once I was in the middle of the Dubai Al Ain Highway, I was just looking around. I was like, whoa, this is such a wide highway for like a low, like not a lot of cars. I mean, there are cars, yes, driving on that road, but not that much to like Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Highway, for example. It's a wide highway, yes,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of cars in it, and they're all moving like fast, at least 100 plus
Yeah.
kilometers per hour. But in Dubai Al Ain, I mean, it's an amazing highway. I love that highway because it's just like I'm on cruise control and I'm not braking till I reach almost downtown. That's when the speed decreases and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Then you enter downtown.
But you don't
traffic.
stop. Yes, exactly. But you don't brake to zero up until you reach to that traffic light, which is amazing. I mean, so yeah, I mean, that's and by the way, this La Violeta also came at the end as a surprise because they've seen this, because you see it pops out in a weird angle, because they have Dubai Properties got this extra plot and it wasn't part of Villanova, and they said, you know what, let's add it to this master plan and have 2 phases of something called La Violeta. La Violeta also was like La Rosa, those contemporary style townhouses. I mean, so yeah, I mean, La Rosa is, I think, handed over. Obviously, Villanova, Amaranta and La Quinta handed over a while back. Violeta is almost handing over. So as a community, it's almost fully done. I mean, so maybe prices increase later when people appreciate the Dubai Al Ain Highway.
Handover.
And by the way, you never know, because Amar is Amar is the Valley master plan.
Yeah.
It's like a very big master plan, way bigger than this. But if you really think about it, over there they're launching at 1,100 dirham per square foot. Now we're in a different time in the market. Obviously, with the first phase, like Eden, at first didn't launch at 1,100 dirham per square foot. They've launched below than that. But they're also on Dubai Al Ain Highway. However, they're deeper into Dubai Al Ain Highway towards Al Ain. So,
Do you think Villanova could increase because of the Valley launch?
I don't know. You know what will be even shocking is that the Valley price per square foot becomes even more than Villanova, and Villanova is a bit closer to downtown than the Valley. So this will be shocking. You know, if this happens, it just proves me the point that community matters than location.
Yeah.
I mean, location to a certain extent, obviously. It's just like, you could say it's like 8 to 10 minutes apart on the same highway, on Dubai Al Ain Highway. So it's not a lot. And if that transacts at more than 1,400 dirham per square foot later in the future,
which it probably will, let's be honest.
I mean, the demand for the Valley is crazy.
Yeah, it
and
is.
if it did cross 1,400 dirham per square foot, that will prove the point where like location doesn't matter as much as the community or the developer. Because Amar is like I've mentioned before, like
Amar is
like,
Amar.
Amar is like number one. So it's like people always want to live in Amar communities. So I mean, let's see. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but I'll be like, I'll be surprised. No, I will not be shocked, but I will be surprised.
Yeah.
I'll not be like, oh my God, this, because it happened before, by the way, but I don't want to mention the communities. It happened before where like a further out location price per square foot was a bit more than a closer out location to, because you hear some of the real estate agents like location. Like it's not only location. I mean, there is other factors into it too, where it's like the developer plays a part, the community plays a part. And we were speaking about Barari. Barari is not the best location, and yet it's
one of the most premium communities in
one
Dubai.
of the most premium communities, and the sales value of the properties of there are higher than some communities that are closer to the downtown, closer to the city, basically.
Yeah.
So I mean,
that's Villanova.
That's Villanova. I mean,
just affordable living.
Affordable living, yeah, and it's transacting, and it's fair enough. I mean, people, there are certain people for Villanova.
Fair enough. Well, thank you guys for watching as usual, and we'll see you on the next episode.